Tours, will you meet the lady you have been writing with, or are you just thrown into a social and hope for the best? Well, we never throw you anywhere you don't want to go, but you're going to want to go into that social, and you're going to want to meet as many different women as possible. Let's say you have some substantial correspondence with a woman that you've been writing to for the last 2 or 3 months, okay? Well, then obviously you want to let her know before you come that you're coming, and you're going to ask her, well, do you want to meet at the social? Would you like to meet individually? How would you like to do it? And normally she's going to say, well, you know, I'd like to meet you individually. A lot of times that's what you're going to get because you've been corresponding back and forth and she wants to meet you individually. And that's fine. Look, she knows that you're going to be dating and she's probably still dating. You haven't met yet, so you're not in a monogamous situation. But we will do everything we can to help the two of you meet. So if there is some history there, you've been corresponding, then you're going to let us know that too. Say, okay, here's my list of women. And by the way, I have been writing with this woman, so please make sure that, I meet her. And then we do our best to make sure that you meet as well. Again, we can't guarantee that you're going to meet her, but my guess is if you've been writing to her, then there's really no reason why you shouldn't be able to meet her. And, that's usually what happens is you will meet. And then you'll marry someone that you were never writing to. You just happen to be at the social the next day, and that's probably who you'll end up marrying because that's usually what happens, so to speak, before they go over. But did you write to AJ at all?
No. See, what I was going to tell you that he corresponded with other girl and he go to Russia to see her, and it didn't work out. But they've been corresponding for a long time, so they like each other in the letters, but was no connection, when they met face to face. So. But he said he print my picture here in America and brought it with him there. So
he did. He was thinking about you.
I don't know.
He just didn't write to you first,
Yeah,
but you were on his radar screen. He wanted to meet you. And he did.
Yeah.
And then that worked.
Yeah.
So see, Dina's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Her husband was writing other women, thought he had to have something going before he went over, met the other women that he was writing to, and that's fine. It just didn't work out. There wasn't the chemistry, but then he met someone else through us while he was there, and boom, sure enough, fireworks went off, they got engaged, and the rest is history. And that's the way I see it work quite often. Now, that's not to say that if you're writing to someone that it never works. I know many, many couples that were writing to each other, they meet, and it is a good connection. Chemistry is there, and they end up moving forward, and they can move forward that much faster because they do have that history in the letters. So I'm not saying it can't work, okay? But what I'm saying is just don't go crazy with it, okay? If you really want to write some, okay, write some. But don't go crazy and just write, tons and tons of women to where you could have taken 2 or 3 tours by the time you're done doing all that. Because it does get expensive after a while because there's a lot that goes into it to make sure it works for you.
Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Want to learn more? Check out our website. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.